What do you think about Ruiz-Joshua too?
I think Ruiz is gonna knock him out again.
You think so?
I think Ruiz just has a style to beat him. You know, like I think if Joshua fights any other heavyweight, Joshua's gonna beat him. But I just think that Andy Ruiz has a style like when someone has your number, they have your number. You know, like in the amateurs, I fought some kid named Frankie Gomez.
Yeah.
Who beat, like, we fought 5 times.
Yeah.
And so it was 3 of us. It was me, it was Frankie Gomez, it was me, and it was some kid named Corey Barnes. So Frankie Gomez and Corey Barnes would always fight. We were always in the same weight class. So in the tournaments, it would, like, Frankie Gomez and Corey Barnes would fight, and Corey Barnes would beat him. I would go to the finals with Corey Barnes, and I would beat him. And then, like, me and Frankie Gomez fought, I could never beat him. But the guy I'd always beat would beat him, you know? So it's just styles, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I think Frankie Gomez beat me, like, 4 times, and I beat him once, you know? And then, but yeah, dude, I always, like, since that day, there's always, like, someone has your number, they have your number, you know? Like,
they have your number, they text you, they block wherever they want.
yeah, that's it. Like, you're done, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Someone could beat you, they could beat you, and I just think Andy Ruiz has that style to beat him, you know? I don't think that he could handle that style.
Did that mess with your head a little bit?
Yeah.
You're like, this guy already beat me 3 times.
Like, yeah, like, I think Andy Ruiz said it best. I think that Eddie Hearn is kind of forcing Joshua to take the fight, you know, because he doesn't even look like he wants to fight. He's like, just like, you know, like, I think he's, I don't know, I just think he's gonna knock him out even easier probably.
What do you think? Oh, my bad.
No, I don't know. I think Joshua wasn't the same fighter the night of the fight, but I mean, I know Andy Ruiz, not personally, but he's a friend of ours and he's good, but Anthony Joshua's good as well. You know, he's a gold medalist, and you can't knock him just because he lost once, because that's what we tend to do. We knock people down because they lose one time. But Anthony Joshua's an animal too. So I think, and I'm sorry about this, but I think Anthony Joshua's gonna win the second fight.
I'm with you. I'm kind of with you. No, you're right. Like, he's still an animal regardless. But I think Andy took his punch as well.
Yeah.
Like, that first knockdown, he took it well.
And it's tough coming from a tall fighter like myself, and then him too. He knows when you fight a short dude and you can't find him, it's tough. Because if you see they get inside, and Andy Ruiz is just landing all his shots, and Anthony Joshua isn't.
That's because Anthony Joshua too doesn't know how to fight in the inside.
I was gonna say that.
You know?
I don't think he has an inside.
Like, he just, like, pulls back, you know, and that's dangerous because you get one of those big old overhand right hands, it's gonna lay you out.
The one that dropped the
no,
exactly, you know.
And he knows how to cover that distance, right? Like, get in there, like
Mexican style,
real
Mexican style.
He does.
Yeah.
You know, like my last fight, dude, that little dude was 5'5". It was hard for me to find him again. I was like, damn, man. He fight like Pacquiao, was just start moving his head. Everyone's like, fuck.
People, I always hear the commentators say, like, oh, like, when you're fighting a short fighter, use that uppercut. How effective is it, or do they just make a big thing out of this uppercut against a shorter fighter, or is it?
No, I mean, uppercuts they land even with bigger fighters. Like, that's my best punch, you know, my uppercut. Like, I love uppercuts. That's my favorite, you know. But yeah, with a shorter fighter, but it's kind of hard too, because to me, for a shorter fighter, you just gotta throw out their chest, you know, because especially one like him, he was moving side to side all the time, you know, going so low, you know, even if you throw uppercut, you can miss, you know. So I mean, I just threw out his chest, go to the body. But it was hard, man. Like I said, it was hard to find him, you know. He was moving everywhere, bro. Like, I was like, fuck, like, what the hell? Yeah, so it's tough, man. Short fighters are tough, you know, but that's why you got to work the inside game too. You know, you got to have both, you know. My inside game wasn't too good back, like, you know, like when I first started, and like we just worked on it, and I think it's getting better.
Nice. Did you predict Andy winning that before for the first fight, or no?
To be honest, man, nah.
Hell
dude,
no.
Like, I didn't, dude. I don't think anybody did, bro.
I don't even think his coach thought.
I don't even think his coach thought he was gonna win.
The way he was hopping in the ring, huh? Afterwards.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck, dude, what the hell? I remember I had my daughter's birthday. It was my daughter's birthday. We had a big old party, and then one of my friends was watching on his phone, and we were opening presents, and he's like, hey. He's like, fucking Andy Ruiz knocked down Joshua. I was like, nah. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let me see. And then, like, see Joshua, like, oh, hurt. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. And then, he stopped it. I was like, oh, shit. It's a big-ass upset, you know? I was like, damn, that's. I was happy for him because I know Andy Ruiz, you know? Like, we had like a strength coach back then. So, like, I mean, I fought on, like, 3 cards with him. When we used to fight when he Mas fights for top rank. I fought on, like, 2 of those with him. And then we fought at the StubHub together. So, I mean... Yeah, he's a real cool dude, man. Real cool dude, and I'm very happy for him, dude. He deserves it, man. The hard work he puts.
Yeah, I think you're not the only one. Nobody really gave him like much of a chance. Even if you were say these nice things about him, it was kind of hard just to think that this monster in Joshua was gonna losing the way he did. Like we never predicted 4 knockdowns.
Yeah, like
That's
you mentioned the
crazy.
Unimas fights. I remember watching Andy back then, and I'm just like, I don't think he could become champion, because that was a big thing, right? Who's gonna become the first Mexican champion?
Mhm.
It was either like Areola or Andy Ruiz, who were like in the forefront. And I'm just like, I don't think they got it like that.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't
I
know,
was
man,
wrong.
because when I used to see Andy Ruiz, I used to be impressed. Like,
Yeah.
damn, like this fool's fast as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
Like
he's fast.
this fool is fast. He's a beast. Like I used to
Yeah.
see him, like damn, like you wouldn't expect it. Like you said, his body type, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like damn, man. Like, and if you see the way he works out, like if you see him do like feet workouts, and he's fast, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's boom, he's at ladders, he's boom, he's fast. You know, what I
Mhm.
mean, like damn, that's crazy.
That's the thing. Like I
An
think
athlete, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think I was in Gio's, but where I was like, Andy's good, he's fast, but I was like,
I don't know
I
if
was-
he's elite.
yeah,
like
that's why I was
that.
like, there's
Yeah.
levels. I was like, I don't think he's there. Like, and maybe it had to do with the media, because like the media, like when they every time they talk
Like you already know, I said I'm a fun guy.